I'm ready to go then if you are. Great. Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda Derby with Accounting Business Solutions by JCS, and this morning we're going to talk about how to write off bad debt in Sage 100. And the first thing we need to determine, of course, is what invoices need to be written off as bad debt expense. So I'm going to pull up one of the sample companies in Sage 100. This is ABX, American Business Expressions. And from Accounts Receivable, I'm going to run a report that's the Accounts Receivable Aged Invoice Report. And I have my date set at 9/30/2020. Most of the invoices in this sample company have been run in May. So we're going to just run the print preview. Should be coming up shortly. All right. Increase this here. And move this up, make it a little bigger so you can see it. And I'm just going to scroll down, and you see that really, because of this sample company, they have a lot in the 90 days. And I'm going to pick just this one, the Shepherd, since they just have this one invoice, and it's still open from 5/3. And it was the due date on this was 6/2, but here we are at 9/30. So I'm going to choose this particular customer invoice to write off. So I'm going to close the report and close this. And so in order to write this off, I need to go into Accounts Receivable and into Invoice Data Entry. And because I want to write this off, this is going to be a credit memo. So I'm going to start off by putting CM into the invoice number field. And then I'm going to choose my customer. So it automatically assigns a credit memo number. I'm going to look them up. And here's Shepherd. And I'm going to select them. Now I could click Apply to Invoice, and it would show me that. There are a couple ways. I can choose it that way, which is very simple, or I could just skip that part. It's up to you how you want to do it, and just go to the lines, and I'm going to choose bad debt. Now this has already been set up as a miscellaneous item, which makes it very simple to use it as an explanation for bad debt. It's just set up as a miscellaneous item, and if I select this, then it already has, when I set it up as a miscellaneous item, the GL account for bad debt expense. So let me believe that invoice number was 10,004, and this might have 425. Well, let me go look at it. Let's just see if I can run this again, because I did not write that down. I apologize for that. And we'll just go equal to, and we'll go to Shepherd. And 452.34. Great. 452. Okay. All right. So let's see if I can bring back my. Okay. So I put that in the amount, and I can accept it. Oops. Oops. All right. Let's see what. There we go. Oops. Let's go back here and what's this? Go back here, go back into lines, and see what's it. Okay, great. I'll put my 10,452.34. Okay, great. And I can accept it right here. And again, here's the bad debt expense right here. And it's not commissionable. There was no tax on that invoice, so I'm going to accept it. And accept that. All right. Then I can run my invoice printing. And I can just preview it. And there's my credit memo. It says the invoice number, the date, with the CM, which denotes credit memo, bad debt expense. And because I told it was a CM, I entered the amount in as a positive number. It knows that it's a credit, so it's going to automatically enter it in as a negative number for that account. So I'm going to close that. Close that. All right. Then where I'm going to go next is I printed the invoice, so I'm going to, let's see if it will let me update. Let's see. Oops, no, it doesn't look at that. Okay. So let me see where I go from here. All right, print invoices. Oh, I'm going to go to the sales journal. The preview. All right, and there is this one right here. This has a few other things in here from previous entries, but here is my credit. Okay, and oops. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. So let's just look at this one more time. Let's see if we can. Let me go change the general ledger account date real quick. All right. See if it'll let me change the date for general ledger. Yeah, that's good. All right, so let me go back into accounts receivable, do the sales journal, and maybe it won't like that. All right, and now if I look at, let's see if it will update this, because I'm not sure if it updated it. No, it still has that. I must have skipped something, and I apologize for that. And I've got to see where I've got to update the AR. That's my problem. Let me just see if this lets me bring it back to, let's see what that does. All right, great, perfect. Okay. I think I have to go back in here and change the date of my entry. Let's see. Let's see if I can change the date. Okay. Now, That's the way that's coming. Oh, okay. Let me go look at this. Let me go back in here. Sorry.
Because you're probably missing a GL account on your miscellaneous bad debt item.
Oh, the other item probably. That's probably in there. Let's go to preview. Oh, it's missing an invoice number. Okay, so that's the problem. Okay, so let me just go back into here, and instead of, I'm going to pull it up, and I am going to apply it to an invoice. There we go. All right. Now, sorry about that. Okay. Let me do this again. See what my error is.
Your general ledger account number is missing on the item code, so you got to go to the miscellaneous items and enter all the GL account numbers. You only put in the one for one line.
It should, well, let's just go in here because in this, I want to go pull this up. It has the GL account number.
Right, but that's just the expense account. There's behind the scenes costing, probably the way that you set it up, and you're missing a GL account.
Okay.
Costing.
All right. Let's see.
See, because you've got numbers in there, you got to have something in those other two.
Right, I probably should have charged it and set up the charge where it only needed that. Okay. Well, we'll go see again. That's interesting. For the invoice and title code B2. So there's that. That's weird.
It still said you're missing a GL account number, so go to lines. And scroll down to see what other account numbers it needs. No, it doesn't say. So that's a behind
No, it says missing an invoice number.
I thought it said GL account.
Okay. All right, let's do the sales journal again. The download count is missing for invoice number there. So if we go back in here,
Go back to the miscellaneous items and put the last GL account that was missing on the item. Did you have all all 5 of them on there?
I think so.
No.
Any ideas on this? That's really kind of strange. I'm not sure why that's doing that.
Yep, and neither am I.
Sorry about that.
Delete that transaction and try again. Maybe it didn't.
That's what I think I'm going to, it got corrupted. Some, yeah. I'll just try it. Yep, okay. We'll try this again. So it's got the invoice number there. It's got this. Not sure what this one is. And here's just a comment. Yay, finally came up. Okay, that's what we're supposed to see. That this one right here, the expense there. So, yes. You just got to see this one right here for Shepherd. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, so there it is. So there's a bad debt expense against that now, once that updates. Yes. Then we're going to go look at the invoice report again. And we'll just preview all. As you can see, Shepherd is not on here because we've written off that bad debt. Sorry for the confusion in between. Are there any questions? we now know that we have to make sure that when we set up our miscellaneous items, that if it's a miscellaneous versus a charge item, then we have to make sure that we have all 4 accounts set up. If it's a charge item, you just need the first and last account. So if we go real quick into miscellaneous item setup, and we look at this, let's go look at this. We have another charge one. It just is asking for this account, for restock. For go back to the BD, because it's bad debt, it required that we excuse me, put in the account numbers for all of these categories. So just a reminder on that one. Any questions or comments?
No, you did a good job, Linda. Very
Thank
good.
you. Except for a little mess up and a little confusion, but a learning moment with the miscellaneous item. And if you run into issues like I just did, best to delete that transaction and start fresh, because sometimes things get messed up. Anything else? Okay. Well, thank you so much for attending. I appreciate that. If you need help with anything, please feel free to call us at 800-475-1047. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, Linda.